Knit. Noun. A knitted garment. Verb. To turn thread or yarn into a piece of fabric by forming loops that are pulled through each other. This can be done by hand with needles or by machine. Doctors. Noun. A physician. A member of the medical profession. One who is trained and licensed to heal the sick or injured. The final examination and qualification may award a doctor degree, in which case the post-nominal letters are DO, DPM, MD, DMD, DDS in the US or MBBS in the UK. Verb. To act as a medical doctor. To fireworks. Noun. A device using gunpowder and other chemicals which, when lit, emits a combination of colored flames, sparks, whistles or bangs, and sometimes made to rocket high into the sky before exploding. Used for entertainment or celebration. Noun. An event or a display where fireworks are set off. Lexicographer. Noun. One who writes or compiles a dictionary. Lacking. Verb. To be without. To need. To require. Noun. The absence of something. A lack. Adjective. Missing or not having enough of. A good quality. Etc. Else. Adjective. Used only with indefinite or interrogative pronouns. Other. In addition to previously mentioned items. Adverb. Follows interrogative adverbs. Otherwise. If not. Conjunction. For otherwise. Or else. Freezing. Verb. Especially of a liquid. To become solid due to low temperature. Noun. The change in state of a substance from liquid to solid by cooling to a critically low temperature. Adjective. Suffering or causing frost. Ace. Noun. A single point or spot on a playing card or die. Verb. US. To pass. A test. Interviews, etc. Perfectly. Adjective. Excellent. Hindered. Verb. To make difficult to accomplish. To act as an obstacle. To frustrate. Courgette. Noun. A particular variety of cucurbita pepo, a small marrow, squash. Doc. Noun. A doctor. Night. Noun. The period between sunset and sunrise. When a location faces far away from the sun. Thus when the sky is dark. Verb. To spend a night. In a place. To overnight. Interjection. Ellipsis of good night. Find. Noun. Anything that is found. Usually valuable. As objects on an archaeological site or a person with talent. Verb. To encounter or discover by accident. To happen upon. Insecticides. Noun. A substance used to kill insects. Laser. Noun. A device that produces a monochromatic, coherent beam of light. Verb. To cut with a laser. Encourage. Verb. To mentally support. To motivate, give courage, hope or spirit. Clue. Noun. A strand of yarn, etc. As used to guide one through a labyrinth. Something which points the way. A guide. Verb. To provide with a clue. Maps. Noun. A visual representation of an area. Whether real or imaginary. Verb. To create a visual representation of a territory. Etc. Via cartography. Leadership. Noun. The capacity of someone to lead others. Loyalty. Noun. The state of being loyal. Fidelity. Dreams. Noun. Imaginary events seen in the mind while sleeping. Verb. To see imaginary events in one's mind while sleeping. Expected. Verb. To predict or believe that something will happen. Adjective. Anticipated. Thought to be about to arrive or occur. Arrives. Verb. To reach. To get to a certain place. Consecutive. Noun. A sequence of notes or chords that results from repeated shifts in pitch of the same interval. Adjective. Following. In succession. Without interruption. Deserved. Verb. To be entitled to, as a result of past actions, to be worthy to have. Nest. Noun. A structure built by a bird as a place to incubate eggs and rear young. Verb. of animals, to build or settle into a nest. Ideas. Noun. An abstract archetype of a given thing, compared to which real-life examples are seen as imperfect approximations. Pure essence, as opposed to actual examples. Frowning. Verb. To have a frown on one's face. Noun. The act of giving a frown. Bone. Noun. A composite material consisting largely of calcium phosphate and collagen and making up the skeleton of most vertebrates. Verb. To prepare meat, etc., by removing the bone or bones from. Adjective. Of an off-white color, like the color of bone. Creation. Noun. Something created such as an invention or artwork. Corrections. Noun. The act of correcting. Left. Noun. The left side or direction. Adjective. The opposite of right, toward the west when one is facing north. Adverb. On the left side. Does. Verb. Auxiliary, a syntactic marker. Fully. Adverb. In a full manner, without lack or defect. Meanwhile. Noun. The time between two events. Adverb. During the time that something is happening. Giant. Noun. A mythical human of very great size. Adjective. Very large. Athletes. Noun. A participant in a group of sporting activities which includes track and field. Road running. Cross-country running and racewalking. Customers. Noun. A patron. A client. One who purchases or receives a product or service from a business or merchant. Or intends to do so. Listen. Noun. An instance of listening. Verb. To pay attention to a sound or speech. Apprenticeship. Noun. The condition of, or the time served by, an apprentice. Indicate. Verb. To point out, to discover, to direct to a knowledge of, to show, to make known. Capacity. Noun. The ability to hold, receive or absorb. Adjective. Filling the allotted space. Look up. Verb. To have better prospects. Immature. Noun. An immature member of a species. Adjective. Occurring before the proper time. Untimely. Premature. Especially of death. Astronomer. Noun. One who studies astronomy, the stars or the physical universe. A scientist whose area of research is astronomy or astrophysics. Mad. Verb. To be or become mad. Adjective. Insane. Crazy. Mentally deranged. Adverb. Intensifier. To a large degree. Extremely. Exceedingly. Very. Unbelievably. Date. Noun. The fruit of the date palm. Phoenix dactylifera. Somewhat in the shape of an olive. Containing a soft, sweet pulp and enclosing a hard kernel. Noun. Abbreviation of million. Verb. Make. Adjective. Of or pertaining to the male gender. Manly. Noun. A prescribed quantity or extent. Noun. Always meter. A device that measures things. Noun. The international mile. A unit of length precisely equal to 1.609344 kilometers established by treaty among Anglophone nations in 1959. Divided into 5,280 feet or 1,760 yards. Noun. A half note. Drawn as a semibreve with a stem. Noun. A unit of time equal to 60 seconds. 1/60th of an hour. Noun. A period into which a year is divided. Historically based on the phases of the moon. Clinical. Noun. A medical student's session spent in a real-world nursing environment. Adjective. Of or pertaining to a medical clinic or facility. Covering. Verb. To place something over or upon, as to conceal or protect. Cover. Noun. A lid. Verb. To place something over or upon, as to conceal or protect. Adjective. Of or pertaining to the front cover of a book or magazine. Dislike. Noun. An attitude or a feeling of distaste or aversion. Verb. To displease. To offend. In third person only. Creation. Noun, something created such as an invention or artwork. Blowing. Verb, to produce an air current. Verb, to blossom. To cause to bloom or blossom. Disappear. Verb, to vanish. Nights. Adverb, at night. Control. Noun, influence or authority over something. Verb, to exercise influence over. To suggest or dictate the behavior of. Initiator. Noun, one who initiates. Do. Noun, a party, celebration, social function. Verb, auxiliary, a syntactic marker. Estimate. Noun, a rough calculation or assessment of the value, size, or cost of something. Verb, to calculate roughly, often from imperfect data. Cars. Noun, a wheeled vehicle that moves independently, with at least 3 wheels, powered mechanically, steered by a driver and mostly for personal transportation. Noun, a turn. Noun, the first part of a cons in Lisp, the first element of a list. Documents. Noun, an original or official paper used as the basis, proof, or support of anything else, including any writing, book, or other instrument conveying information pertinent to such proof or support. Verb, to record in documents. Camping. Verb, to live in a tent or similar temporary accommodation. Noun, the recreational activity of temporarily living in a tent or similar accommodation, usually in the wilderness. Hurt. Noun, an emotional or psychological humiliation or bad experience. Verb, to be painful. Adjective, wounded, physically injured. Beard. Noun, facial hair on the chin, cheeks, jaw and neck. Verb, to grow hair on the chin and jaw. Glove. Noun, an item of clothing other than a mitten, covering all or part of the hand and fingers, but usually allowing independent movement of the fingers. Verb, to catch the ball in a baseball mitt. Expensive. Adjective, given to expending a lot of money, profligate, lavish. Maps. Noun, a visual representation of an area, whether real or imaginary. Verb, to create a visual representation of a territory, etc., via cartography. Burden. Noun, a heavy load. Verb, to encumber with a literal or figurative burden. Journeyman. Noun, a tradesman who has served an apprenticeship and is employed by a master tradesman. Creation. Noun, something created such as an invention or artwork. Blizzard. Noun, a large snowstorm accompanied by strong winds and greatly reduced visibility caused by blowing snow. Verb, of snow, to fall in windy conditions. Dozen. Noun, a set of 12. Emigrated. Verb, to leave the country in which one lives, especially one's native country, in order to reside elsewhere. Noun, a gangster. Gangsta. Noun, games, the statistic reporting the number of games that a player has participated in. Noun, a photograph or video shared on this service. Noun, a unit of gravitational acceleration. Noun, grammar. Noun case used to express some relationship such as possession or origin. It corresponds roughly to the English preposition of and the suffix s. Noun, a unit of mass equal to 1/1000th of a kilogram. Symbol g. Noun, a leguminous plant grown for its seeds, especially the chickpea. Noun, grandmother. Improvements. Noun, the act of improving, advancement or growth, a bettering. Capacity. Noun, the ability to hold, receive or absorb. Adjective, filling the allotted space. Hawk. Noun, a diurnal predatory bird of the family Accipitridae, smaller than an eagle. Verb, to hunt with a hawk. Lyricist. Noun, a person who writes the lyrics of a song. Employee. Noun, an individual who provides labor to a company or another person. As. Adverb, to such an extent or degree, to the same extent or degree. Preposition, introducing a basis of comparison with an object in the objective case. Conjunction, in the same way or manner that, to the same degree that. Notary, noun, a lawyer of non-contentious private civil law who drafts, takes, and records legal instruments for private parties, and provides legal advice, but does not appear in court on client's behalf. Map, noun, a visual representation of an area, whether real or imaginary. Verb, to create a visual representation of a territory, etc., via cartography. Aisle, noun, a wing of a building, notably in a church separated from the nave proper by piers. Flowers, noun, a colorful, conspicuous structure associated with angiosperms, frequently scented and attracting various insects, and which may or may not be used for sexual reproduction. Verb, to put forth blooms. Noun, something that flows, such as a river. Look over. Verb, to give a brief visual inspection. Lobby, noun, an entryway or reception area. Vestibule, passageway. Corridor. Verb, to attempt to influence a public official or decision maker in favor of a specific opinion or cause. Deputy, noun, one appointed as the substitute of another, and empowered to act for them, in their name or their behalf. A substitute in office. Verb, to deputize. Developed. Verb, to change with a specific direction. Progress. Adjective, said of a country, not primitive, not third world. Nail, noun, the thin, horny plate at the ends of fingers and toes on humans and some other animals. Note, noun, heading, a symbol or annotation. Verb, to notice with care, to observe, to remark, to heed. Donkeys, noun, a domestic animal, equus asinus asinus, similar to a horse. Cooperation, noun, usually uncountable, the act of cooperating. Must, noun, something that is mandatory or required. Verb, modal auxiliary. Defective, to do with certainty, indicates that the speaker is certain that the subject will have executed the predicate. Clarification, noun, the act of clarifying, the act or process of making clear or transparent by freeing visible impurities. Particularly, the clearing or fining of liquid substances from feculent matter by the separation of the insoluble particles which prevent the liquid from being transparent. Correction, noun, the act of correcting. Forward, noun, one of the 8 players, comprising 2 props, 1 hooker, 2 locks, 2 flankers and 1 number 8, collectively known as the pack, whose primary task is to gain and maintain possession of the ball. Compare back. Verb, to advance. Promote. Adjective, toward the front or at the front. Adverb, towards the front or from the front. Freezing. Verb, especially of a liquid, to become solid due to low temperature. Noun, the change in state of a substance from liquid to solid by cooling to a critically low temperature. Adjective, suffering or causing frost. Born. Verb, to carry or convey, literally or figuratively. Adjective, having from birth, or as if from birth, a certain quality or character. Innate, inherited. Healthy. Adjective, enjoying health and vigor of body, mind, or spirit. Well. Dispute. Noun, an argument or disagreement, a failure to agree. Verb, to contend in argument, to argue against something maintained, upheld, or claimed by another. Ache. Noun, continued dull pain, as distinguished from sudden twinges, or spasmodic pain. Verb, to suffer pain, to be the source of, or be in, pain, especially continued dull pain, to be distressed. Compile. Noun, an act of compiling code. Verb, to put together, to assemble, to make by gathering things from various sources. Contribution. Noun, something given or offered that adds to a larger whole. Allegation. Noun, an assertion, especially an accusation, not necessarily based on facts. Funny. Noun, a joke. Adjective, amusing, humorous, comical. Adverb, in an unusual manner, strangely. Irons. Noun, a common, inexpensive metal, silvery gray when untarnished, that rusts, is attracted by magnets, and is used in making steel. Verb, to pass an iron over clothing or some other item made of cloth, in order to remove creases. Noun, shackles. Kick. Noun, a hit or strike with the leg, foot or knee. Verb, to strike or hit with the foot or other extremity of the leg. Noun, one who kicks. Noun, a particular type of Texan who is associated with country, western attire. Attitudes and/or philosophy. Noun, an introduction, something that leads into the beginning of something. Noodle. Noun, usually in the plural, a string or strip of pasta. Verb, to think or ponder. Heat. Noun, thermal energy. Nesting. Verb, of animals, to build or settle into a nest. Noun, the process by which a bird nests. Difficulties. Noun, a series of frustrations. Noun, the state of being difficult or hard to do. Haired. Verb, to remove the hair from. Adjective, having hair, not bald or hairless. Inhibitory. Adjective, that inhibits. Breed. Noun, all animals or plants of the same species or subspecies. Verb, to produce offspring sexually, to bear young. Election. Noun, a process of choosing a leader. Members of parliament, councillors or other representatives by popular vote. Bias. Noun, inclination towards something. Predisposition, partiality, prejudice, preference, predilection. Verb, to place bias upon, to influence. Adjective, inclined to one side, swelled on one side. Adverb, in a slanting manner, crosswise, obliquely, diagonally, down. Noun, a negative aspect, a downer. Verb, to knock someone or something down, to cause to come down, to fell. Adjective, sad, unhappy, depressed, feeling low. Adverb, from a higher position to a lower one, downwards. Preposition, from the higher end to the lower of. Learned. Adjective, having much learning, knowledgeable, erudite, highly educated. Counterexample. Noun, an exception to a proposed general rule, a specific instance of the falsity of a universally quantified statement. Civil. Adjective, having to do with people in government office as opposed to the military or religion. Driving. Verb, to provide an impetus for motion or other physical change. To move an object by means of the provision of force thereto. Adjective, that drives. A mechanism or process. Diagnostics. Noun, any technique used in medical diagnosis. Flexibility. Noun, the quality of being flexible. Suppleness, pliability. Economist. Noun, an expert in economics, especially one who studies economic data and extracts higher-level information or proposes theories. Greedy. Adjective, having greed, consumed by selfish desires. Investment. Noun, the act of investing, or state of being invested. Dinosaur. Noun, in scientific usage, any of the animals belonging to the clade Dinosauria, especially those that existed during the Triassic, Jurassic and Cretaceous periods and are now extinct. Expensive. Adjective, given to expending a lot of money, profligate, lavish. Dates. Noun, the fruit of the date palm. Phoenix dactylifera, somewhat in the shape of an olive, containing a soft, Sweet pulp and enclosing a hard kernel. Noun. The addition to a writing, inscription, coin, etc., which specifies the time, especially the day, month, and year, when the writing or inscription was given, executed, or made. Verb. To note the time or place of writing or executing. To express in an instrument the time of its execution. Asked. Verb. To request information, or an answer to a question. Lumberjack. Noun. A person whose work is to fell trees. Verb. To work as a lumberjack. Cutting down trees. Hired. Verb. To obtain the services of in return for fixed payment. Indefinitely. Adverb. In a manner that is not definite. Frequency. Noun. The rate of occurrence of anything. The relationship between incidents and time period. Grandfather. Noun. A father of someone's parent. Verb. To be, or act as, a grandfather to. Form. Noun. Heading. Physical. To do with shape. Verb. To assume. A certain shape or visible structure. Enhancements. Noun. Improvement. Crash. Noun. A sudden, intense, loud sound, as made for example by cymbals. Verb. To collide with something destructively. Fall or come down violently. Adjective. Quick, fast, intensive, impromptu. Gala. Noun. Pomp, show, or festivity. Adjective. Celebratory, festive. Dozen. Noun. A set of 12. Hose. Noun. A flexible tube conveying water or other fluid. Verb. To water or spray with a hose. Fairly. Adverb. Manner, in a fair manner. Fair, not biased or skewed or favoring a certain party. Accountability. Noun. The state of being accountable. Liability to be called on to render an account. Accountableness. Responsible for. Answerable for. Bay. Noun. A berry. Entries. Noun. The act of entering. Combines. Noun. A combine harvester. Verb. To bring two or more things or activities together. To unite. Bet. Noun. A wager. An agreement between two parties that a stake, usually money, will be paid by the loser to the winner. The winner being the one who correctly forecast the outcome of an event. Verb. To stake or pledge upon the outcome of an event. To wager. Interjection. Expression of general agreement or acceptance. Declarations. Noun. A written or oral indication of a fact, opinion, or belief. Lips. Noun. Either of the two fleshy protrusions around the opening of the mouth. Verb. To touch or grasp with the lips. To kiss. To lap the lips against something. Verb. To kiss. To smooch. Dine. Noun. Dinner time. Verb. To eat. To eat dinner or supper. Foul. Adjective. Covered with, or containing unclean matter. Dirty. Model. Noun. A person who serves as a subject for artwork or fashion. Usually in the medium of photography but also for painting or drawing. Verb. To display for others to see. Especially in regard to wearing clothing while performing the role of a fashion model. Adjective. Worthy of being a model. Exemplary. Logic. Noun. A method of human thought that involves thinking in a linear, step-by-step manner about how a problem can be solved. Logic is the basis of many principles including the scientific method. Verb. To engage in excessive or inappropriate application of logic. Adjective. Logical. Intern. Noun. A person who is interned. Forcibly or voluntarily. Verb. To imprison somebody. Usually without trial. Adjective. Internal. Known. Verb. To perceive the truth or factuality of. To be certain of or that. Noun. Any fact or situation which is known or familiar. Adjective. Identified as a specific type. Famous. Renowned. Facilitate. Verb. To make easy or easier. Herself. Pronoun. Reflexive pronoun. Her. The female object of a verb or preposition that also appears as the subject. Drummer. Noun. One who plays the drums. Handbag. Noun. Mainly Commonwealth. A small bag used by women, or sometimes by men, for carrying various small personal items. Verb. Figuratively. To hit with a handbag. To attack verbally or subject to criticism. Used of Margaret Thatcher. Loves. Noun. Strong affection. Verb. Usually transitive, sometimes intransitive. Stative. To have a strong affection for someone or something. Verb. To praise. Commend. Discoveries. Noun. Something discovered. Endeavor. Noun. A sincere attempt. A determined or assiduous effort towards a specific goal. Assiduous or persistent activity. Verb. To exert oneself. Course. Noun. A sequence of events. Verb. To run or flow, especially of liquids and more particularly blood. Binder. Noun. Someone who binds. Containers. Noun. Someone who contains. Something that contains. Harvester. Noun. A person who gathers the harvest. Ages. Noun. The whole duration of a being. Whether animal, plant, or other kind. Being alive. Verb. To cause to grow old. To impart the characteristics of age to. Noun. A long time. Deaf. Noun. A deaf person. Noun. With the those who are deaf taken as a group. Verb. To deafen. Adjective. Unable to hear, or only partially able to hear. Involved. Verb. To roll or fold up. To wind round. To entwine. Adjective. Complicated. Avoidant. Noun. A person who exhibits avoidance. Adjective. Exhibiting avoidance. Avoiding something. Handshake. Noun. The grasping of hands by two people when greeting, leave-taking, or making an agreement. Verb. To perform a handshake. To shake hands. Claim. Noun. A demand of ownership made for something. Verb. To demand ownership of. Criteria. Noun. A single criterion. Noun. A standard or test by which individual things or people may be compared and judged. Homework. Noun. Work that is done at home, especially school exercises assigned by a teacher. Artist. Noun. A person who creates art. Adjective. Artistic. Chemical. Noun. Any specific chemical element or chemical compound or alloy. Adjective. Of or relating to chemistry. Bank. Noun. An institution where one can place and borrow money and take care of financial affairs. Verb. To deal with a bank or financial institution, or for an institution to provide financial services to a client. Boolean. Noun. A variable that can hold a single true, false, 1/0 value. Adjective. Of or pertaining to the work of George Boole. Chewing. Verb. To crush with the teeth by repeated closing and opening of the jaws. Done to food to soften it and break it down by the action of saliva before it is swallowed. Advocate. Noun. Someone whose job is to speak for someone's case in a court of law. A counsel. Verb. To plead in favor of. To defend by argument. Before a tribunal or the public. To support, vindicate, or recommend publicly. Cut. Noun. The act of cutting. Verb. Heading. To incise. To cut into the surface of something. Adjective. Participial adjective. Having been cut. Boring. Verb. To inspire boredom in somebody. Noun. A pit or hole which has been bored. Adjective. Causing boredom. Unable to engage or hold the interest. Immense. Noun. Immense extent or expanse. Immensity. Adjective. Huge, gigantic, very large. Disappoint. Verb. To sadden or displease someone, by underperforming, or by not delivering something promised or hoped for. Adjective. Disappointed. Sell. Noun. A single-room dwelling for a hermit. Verb, to place or enclose in a cell. Lid. Noun. A thin skin membrane that covers and moves over an eye. Noun. The top or cover of a container. Verb. To put a lid on something. Goals. Noun. A result that one is attempting to achieve. Verb. To score a goal. Highway. Noun. A motor vehicle for transporting large numbers of people along roads. Noun. A main, direct public road, especially a multi-lane, high-speed thoroughfare connecting major population centers. Image. Noun. An optical or other representation of a real object. A graphic. A picture. Verb. To represent by an image or symbol. To portray. Homework. Noun. Work that is done at home, especially school exercises assigned by a teacher. Dislike. Noun. An attitude or a feeling of distaste or aversion. Verb. To displease. To offend. In third person only. Fairness. Noun. The property of being fair or equitable. Collide. Verb. To impact directly, especially if violent. Comprehensive. Noun. A comprehensive school. Adjective. Broadly or completely covering, including a large proportion of something. Maybe. Noun. Something that is possibly true. Adjective. Possible. Uncertain. Adverb. Modifies a verb, indicating a lack of certainty. It may be that. Healthy. Adjective. Enjoying health and vigor of body, mind, or spirit. Well. Especially. Adverb. Manner, in a special manner, specially. Highest. Adjective. Very elevated, extending or being far above a base. Tall. Lofty. Adverb. In or to an elevated position. Cats. Noun. An animal of the family Felidae. Verb. To hoist the anchor by its ring so that it hangs at the cathead. Noun. A program in Command in Unix that reads one or more files and directs their content to the standard output. Verb. To apply the cat command to one or more files. Noun. A catapult. Noun. Any of a variety of earth-moving machines. From their manufacturer Caterpillar Inc. Noun. A twin-hulled ship or boat. Noun. A group, often named or numbered, to which items are assigned based on similarity or defined criteria. Noun. Any fish of the order Siluriformes, mainly found in fresh water, lacking scales, and having barbels like whiskers around the mouth. Noun. Someone who creates a fake profile on a social media platform in order to deceive people.